Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Frost and welcome to a Rainbow Six Siege Top 5. Hell yeah, this is going to be the first of many to come until, well, I inevitably give up on Siege, but that probably won't happen for a long time unless Ubisoft manage to majorly fuck it. However, today I'm going to be talking about top 5 ways to maybe improve Rainbow Six Siege. Now obviously we're going to think differently on this, so my opinion and what I put is going to be different from your list. So if you do have a list, you're more than welcome to drop it in the comments and whatnot. You know, maybe we agree on things, maybe we disagree on things, but let me know. Also, not everything gameplay wise is going to match up to what I'm talking about, so you know, just you'll see what I mean when I get to it, but just so you know, that's there. And as usual guys, if you have a top 5 you want me to do, drop it in the comments or my Discord, link will be in the description. So yeah, welcome to the top 5 ways to improve Rainbow Six Siege. Only one, by the way, is console related because I'm a PS4 player. But with that being said, let's get into this. Coming in my number 5 spot, I've put push to talk. Now this is the only console related kind of change that I want to see, and it's the only one I'll be talking about in this video. As I said, we probably have many ideas on how to improve Siege, some which will be good ideas, which we all agree on, some not so much. But I think every console player can agree that we kind of want a push to talk feature. Now PC players, you don't have to worry about this, you guys have one. And I just find it really strange that, you know, console Siege doesn't, because console Siege, for anyone that plays it like I do, you'd know that it kind of feels left in the dark quite a lot of the time. And PC players might be wondering, what is he talking about? You know, but if you've ever played console Siege, you'd know, right? And yeah, I would just like to see this change implemented because it's not, well okay, maybe it's kind of hard to implement, but other games do have it. You know, Overwatch, another competitive FPS shooter that I also play, and I know has push to talk because I use it for my competitive series videos, you know, that has it. Fortnite has it. There's countless other games that have it. So I just find it really confusing why Ubisoft hasn't implemented this yet. So yeah, I mean, it would be a step in the right direction for sure. The console kind of competitive series would love this. You know what I mean? We don't need to, like, you know, unplug our mics or always have it in just to, you know, make calls. It's definitely something I want to see implemented, and maybe I would start playing Rainbow Six competitive more if it was, because, you know, it's just really annoying either having to take my mic out all the time and then plug it back in to make a call out. So yeah, it's just annoying, and it's just a kind of slight change I would like to see. But yeah, push to talk should definitely be implemented into console. Now number 4 kind of ties into this because someone's going to argue, oh, but what button would you use on a console to talk? Well, a button rebound system would also be quite nice because hear me out, right? There are 4 default set kind of controller patterns that you can use because, you know, everyone has a different playstyle. My playstyle is going to be different to yours, or might be different to yours. You know, I personally use the default because it's what I'm used to, but you might use whatever you feel like using, right? But a button rebound system, right? And here's what I would personally take out of my own kind of loadout, I guess you could say. I would take out the single shot fire because honestly, my finger slips, right, to that and I accidentally turn it on. That has fucked me up more times than it's helpful. I get it, it's useful, not useful, but it's realistic, you know, like actual guns do have it. But my god man, like the single shot mode has fucked me up more than it's helped me in like a kind of gunfight. So yeah, that's what I would personally use it to get rid of. But who knows, maybe you'd get rid of something else. Like if you had push to talk, maybe we don't need ping systems, you know? Well, we do need ping systems, but you can kind of get rid of your own ping system and replace it for something else, like the single shot mode, because it's fucking useless. So yeah, I would just like to see a button rebound thing, and this isn't like a major thing that needs to be implemented, but, you know, I just kind of think it'd be kind of cool to see added into Rainbow. Maybe we disagree on this, but yeah. Personally, I just want to have a button rebound system, get rid of single shot for me personally, and then put push to talk in. So those kind of tie in together, which is why I put them at 5 and 4. Right. Now this is one that might be controversial, but for number 3 I've put more lore and story. The only lore we have, really, in Rainbow is the operator kind of bios, the short animated series for each season that Ubisoft started doing. They're interesting, don't get me wrong, I love them. But yeah, and there's also, well, the original, when the game was first released, there's the story from then with the white masks, and that's kind of what I want to see improved. Now the number 3 and 2 spot are also kind of connected in together, because you'll see what I mean when I get to number 2 spot. But, you know, something like, I don't know, even if it's just an event, you know, like Outbreak had a story. Now, I'm not going to share too much because, you know, I may have just given away the, you know, number 2 spot. But, you know, stuff like more lore, maybe in like an event, or like, you know, other things, I don't know. The only lore we have is really, you know, the white mask, but you can only really go against them in terrorist hunt, and the only thing you use terrorist hunt for is to warm up most of the time. So, you know, I just kind of think this one's not really needed as such. You know, I'm quite happy with the operator lore and stuff, and the, you know, the animated shots that Ubisoft do each season. I'm more than happy to, you know, stick with that, but maybe if we just have like an event or something, gives us a bit more story into the game, you know, maybe like how 2 operators work with each other, I don't know, right? There's many ways this can be implemented, and honestly, just something I'd like to see. Maybe, as I said, we can agree to disagree on that, but this is something I want to see because it sounds cool, you know what I mean? As I said, agree to disagree, but, you know, so it's at the middle spot and not number 1. But, number 2, Rainbow Six Quarantine. You know, I mentioned Outbreak and, you know, not part 3, but number 3 spot. I mentioned Outbreak and, well, Quarantine, well, whatever it's getting named to now, apparently they're having trouble with calling it R6 Quarantine. So whatever it's called now, right, it was originally Quarantine, who knows what it is now, like Infection or something, I don't know, right. But whatever it is now, I hope it comes out soon, because I am honestly I'm really looking forward to it. Outbreak was arguably one of the best events Rainbow Six has ever had. As I said, that one comes into personal opinion, but in my opinion, Outbreak was one of the best it's ever had. Because it takes away from the sweatiness side PvP of Rainbow Six and give you a PvE. And then Ubisoft turned around and said, you know, we'll give you its own game. And from the trailer, the original teaser trailer, it had operators like Ella and Vigil in it. You know, so operators from Rainbow Six are most likely going to come into the game, right? Maybe not all of them. There's probably going to be like a new kind of cast for that game, or who knows, maybe we'll just take the same operators and put it in. To be honest, I'm not sure, I just really want to play the game. I hope it has a good story, so then, you know, they can kind of say, well, Rainbow Six Siege doesn't need a story because you've got Quarantine, which ties back to, you know, part 3, but whatever. I want to see this game, right? I'm willing to wait. I'm waiting for Overwatch 2, and that's been announced since 2019. I think Quarantine's been the same thing, so, you know, please Ubisoft, give us more information on Quarantine, please. I'm begging you. I really want to, you know, play the game, and if it has a story, I'll do a walkthrough on it, because I do walkthroughs on my channel if you're not aware of this. But yeah, please, Quarantine. Anyway, number 1, listen to the community. This was probably, you know, you could see this coming from a mile away most likely. And I want to just point out straight away, Ubisoft is not actually the worst. You know, they do listen to the community. 9 times out of 10 it's the professional community. But, you know, they listen to at least someone. And I think, you know, if you listen to the community, and I'll tell you where this point came from, right? Do you guys remember the panel for the 6th Invitational when they're talking about the changes and stuff for Year 6? They mention a lot of the map reworks. And the only map reworked that actually looked somewhat decent there was the Outback one in Year 6 Season 4. That was the only one that looked somewhat good, and we've not even seen anything about that. They could completely fuck this up, right? And I'm hoping they don't, but they could, right? next season, year 6, season 2, they're doing Favela. Now, Favela, for me, is a map that's not played too often because, you know, you've got the kind of casual map pool where, like, a lot of the time it's out. So, you know, unless you're playing it unless you play the game in certain months and you only play casual, your chances are you don't play it much. Favela, I've never heard anyone complain about Favela. Maybe that's just me, right? I've never heard anyone go, oh look, Favela. If it was like a competitive kind of thing, absolutely, then I'd see it. But it's not, it's a casual kind of map. So no one asked to see Favela changed, but Ubisoft said, you know what, change it. And that's where this comes from, you know, listen to the community about what we want to see, because that makes the game better. Now, not everything, right? Go for majority opinion instead of just one person. And granted, that is Ubisoft's game, so they can do whatever they want with it. But I just think, you know, listen to the community more, gives more positive feedback, assuming they do it correctly. Meaning Ubisoft has a better reputation overall, meaning more people are happy and play the game and yada yada yada. As I said, Ubisoft's choice what they do with this. Chances are no one from Ubisoft is going to see this. But, you know, who knows? This is just kind of my things and what I want to see. But yeah, guys, that's going to be all from me for this kind of top 5. Hopefully you did enjoy. I've been your boy Frost. Peace.